All right, yesterday I wore these shoes, which sounded really bad. I guess because of like this thing was like, I mean, they're comfortable. They're very comfortable, but once they're wore down, they have a really loud sound to them. And I want to say these are pretty expensive. So I'm not gonna wear these anymore. I'm not gonna throw them away either. But they are definitely gonna go maybe in the yard shoe pile because definitely unnecessarily loud yesterday. Okay, good morning. Very excited. Okay, calm down. All right, y'all hold on, okay? All right, so instead of you wearing no shoes, I'm gonna wear these, which I've been wearing. They actually feel like clouds. They're amazing. Nice walking shoes. I think they are walking and running shoes. Halo, don't you go nowhere. Come here. Halo, Luna. Hello, come here. Halo. Come here, Halo. Halo. Every time, I'm gonna have to put yours on outside. All right, we're all set. Freaking Dasher and Prancer over here. Calm down. All right, so this morning I'm gonna shorten up the walk a little bit. Not gonna walk as far today. We're gonna do about a mile or so with them, and then we'll call it a day. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? We'll get into the rest of the day. Today's gonna be like an editing day. I need to rest for one, but then I need to also edit. I got 2 projects that need to be done and completed. I want to have them done and sent over to the client by tomorrow. One of the biggest things that I wanted to do today is like just build out like some of the things that I want to integrate into my life in the next week. I definitely want to have like a body transformation. I can, see improvements in my physique and my body, which I think that would also lead to confidence building. So I want to add in something like, consistent push-ups and pull-ups and see how that transforms and improves my physique. And leg building exercises. I probably lost around 10 pounds or so, which my goal is not to lose weight, but my goal is to lose body fat. I want to be a lot leaner and not carry around unneeded or unnecessary pounds. I will say this, waiting to hear back about this interview has been the longest couple of days. I haven't really said much about it, but it's been the longest couple of days. So I'm excited about the opportunity, but I also know I have to keep moving forward and keep applying and finding other opportunities out there. So I'm gonna add that on the list today as well, of stuff that I need to continue to do consistently. Take your time, Luna. If you don't know, this is the thick one is Halo. The slim one is Luna. Luna's also a little bit browner than Halo. Halo's a little lighter. Uh-oh. I do have bags. They're starting to get a little tired, so they're not pulling as much. The pace is good. Tight, girl. This one is laid out. As soon as I pull the camera out, they want to look all excited though. Okay, so one of the hardest things for me is going to be figuring out how to kind of increase the intensity and some of the things that I want to do, like adding in pull-ups, push-ups, and stuff like that, without, burning myself out. So very achievable. So 4 sets of 10 pull-ups, 4 sets of, so let's say 4 sets of 25 push-ups, 25 calf raises. And that's gonna be on a slant board. This this is a slant board. So basically, you just stand on this and it kind of elevates your feet, and then you do squats. Now the squats will be for our quads, and then we'll do calf raises for our calves. Not so much focus on the hamstrings as much, or the glutes. I don't need no glutes. 4 sets of 10 pull-ups, 4 sets of 25 push-ups, 4 sets of 25 calf raises on the slant board, and 4 sets of 25 squats on the slant board. I just realized before I actually get into doing these, I probably need to show like a before and after. We are now. I probably need to add some abs into this too. Alright, so here's what we're doing right now. Like I said, there's some stuff here that I would love to get rid of. I'm feeling pretty lean. Here's what the back looks like. Alright, so this is day 1. Last set of push-ups. Yeah, I'm struggling. I just stopped at 17. So bring it to the last one in. One of the things about my legs, I've always been pretty self-conscious about my legs. So you want to change something about yourself, you gotta do something about it. So let's get these squats in. All we're doing is dropping our butt down. It's really good for the knees too. Dropping the butt down, raising up. 2, 3, 4, raising up. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's tough. I'm gonna break before the next 2 sets and then I'll be done. So here's the reality of what just happened. I'll spare you the details. I'm in pretty good shape, but I think what really happened was just the rest between the 2 sets. I didn't give myself enough rest. Let's get the last 2 sets in. Let's fight through. We finish the calf raises. After that, we're gonna do 2 more sets of squats, 2 more sets of calf raises, and I'm gonna make sure I rest in between. This is going to be a season for this week. This one here. Also got some basmati rice. These are the breakfast sandwiches I've been eating. This and this. I get more because the kids have also been eating it. Got some green beans to go with this. Keep it really simple. That's my food for the week. That's the turn. I was talking to some of the parents at the football camp yesterday, and it seems to kind of be a theme today too. My buddy was asking me about like this food and stuff today. And now I'm shopping to get my own food, but I remember a while back I was thinking about like the concept of eating healthy, and that everybody's healthy
isn't healthy. I remember talking to one person about like about eating healthy, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I usually just get blah blah blah, and that's my, that was his healthy." And I was like, that ain't healthy. That's my unhealthy meal. I grew up on pork chops and smothered this and pan fried that and all that other stuff that shoot, I mean, to me constitutes as Thanksgiving food, right? Like, candy yams and stuff on a weekday is wild. It's crazy work. But those are celebratory foods, in my opinion. Those are not just everyday like foods that you should be eating or consuming. If you want to do that, I feel like you should definitely do it on those holidays and stuff like that. But if you're eating fried chicken consistently, that's probably not a good idea. So everybody's healthy isn't the same. But let's just say that when I hear like what some people like constitute as eating healthy, I kind of get a little bit quiet, just because I know it's not like super clean, and it's not going to like result in giving them the results that they want to have. But then that's also like something that like you can't like fully convince someone of that case, right? That like that what they deem as healthy is not really healthy. So my diet, I'm trying to keep it fairly clean. And I don't want to call it a diet, because dieting is like temporary solutions, permanent solutions, where you're actually saying, okay, this is my lifestyle, and this is what I'm willing to eat, and this is what I'm willing to put into my body, is something totally different. So I'm committed to eating clean throughout the week, and minimizing the cost of what I'm spending on everyday foods. There are some exceptions, though. Some of those exceptions will be like if I go out to eat with my wife. I will choose healthy alternatives when I do go out to eat, but that will definitely be a shift from my everyday eating habits. But outside of that, during the week, I'm going to eat as healthy as possible. There will be 1 or 2 days on the weekends that I may, have a loaded pizza or something like that, or, kind of relax a little bit so that I can have, just a little bit of fun within my diet. But I've afforded that with what I've done throughout the week. Staying disciplined throughout the week affords me the ability to do something that I want to do, on the weekend. Going to the gym every day, but then also like going immediately to, Chick-fil-A afterwards, that's not healthy. You just literally just threw away the workout that you just did. So eating well plus having a healthy diet eating well plus working out is necessary in order to make those changes. I would say eating healthy is the number one thing. If you can just eat healthy and eat clean, you're not going to like those foods, right? But that's not the point of them. The point of them is not for you to like them. The point of them is for you to get nourishment to your body, right? We can't just have things that we like all the time. Nourishment is the most important thing. Is your body getting what it needs to stay lean, to stay healthy? That's what you need to have on a consistent basis. The things that you want to have, those are celebratory things that you need to have on the weekends or on a specific day that you've allotted to have that cheat meal or that non-restricted meal. Something that allows you to have the flavor and the taste and the succulence. Today I was thinking like there's not going to be a theme, but it just seems to have happened. All right, so now it's time to meal prep for the week. Like I said, we're going to go with some garlic and herb for the seasoning for this, and we're going to do some table blend seasoning for this. So I'm going to use one of these for half of the chicken breast, and then one of these for the other half of the chicken breast. These are salt-free. Of course, this is Mrs. Dash. I do realize that like the Jimmy Dean's, you know, those are, you know, frozen. They're just gonna be what they're gonna be. I'm not too concerned about that right now because it is gonna add complexity to my everyday if I am cooking that breakfast. So I'm willing to sacrifice on that a little bit and not have to wake up and think about what I'm gonna cook every morning. So one of the biggest things about this is like trying to ensure that like I simplify the day so that I can be efficient and do what needs to get done. People who are like high functioning individuals, you'll see that they typically will have something like a private chef or something, the least amount of thing in between them and the results is what makes them work efficiently. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't do anything crazy. Just stay simple and boring, and that is okay. All right, these are washed. Now I'm gonna separate these 5. All right, so this is literally 6 days worth of food. All right, so we're gonna go with some olive oil. Each one of these, and then we're going with the table blend. I probably spent only around, for myself, I probably spent around $40 for myself. So it's possible. It is possible. It is not impossible for you to save a lot of money on your food. Now, one thing that's gonna give me a little bit additional flavor for these, the grill. Putting this on the grill allows for me to get like more flavor than, you know, in the oven and cook it straight out. Like that's gonna cook all of that out. Now this is salt free, so I'm gonna season this thing up, all right? I'll put every inch of this thing is gonna have some seasoning on it. And that is what that looks like. Now for the green beans, we're just going to roast these in the air fryer. So we put some olive oil on this, and then toss that down a little bit. In with the table blend seasoning for this, because this is, I usually don't use Mrs. Dash. Salt, pepper, and I'll put some olive oil and then also some garlic, and done. And I don't have to think about it anymore. All right, so for the rice, I usually go about a 1-to-1 ratio with the rice. So 1 cup of rice. We're gonna go actually 3 cups of rice, but we're gonna go 1-to-1. So 3 cups of rice, 3 cups of water. And I know like the rice people out there are gonna be like, you don't wash your rice, and no, I just go ahead and cook it. So we got everything cooking within about 15 minutes or so, not too long. Now I'm about to head out to the grill. Grill's already started. All right, so it started raining. The food is still on the grill, so I can go out there and cook in the rain. I keep coming back out here to check on it. All right, let's see. How can I hold this in? All right. Oh yeah, we need to flip that. That looks good. Look at that. Okay, that rain came and went pretty quickly. So, into the pan. Perfect. Then we'll clean off this grill. Chicken breast. Chicken breast. That's the green beans. Last up is the rice, and we'll do that when it's done. You know, a couple of little snacks in between. I do need to start adding things like fruit for snacks in between, a banana, apple, stuff like that could help for snacks. You know, even some like mixed like nuts and stuff would be great for that as well. But this is everything right here for the week, and it doesn't cost that much money. All right, so I just finished a pretty lengthy round of editing, and this is just honestly for the draft. So I'm going to send this into the rest of the team and see what they think as far as where we are on a typical day, but I'm trying to, ensure that I continue working towards some of the things that need to get done. So hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or if you want to see anything else, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.